You're watching Love in 60 Seconds, where real people get a chance at real love. Out of the hundreds who wrote in, only these lucky 6 will get 60 seconds to tell you what makes them so lovable and why they could be the perfect one for you. One of them will walk away with 5,000 shillings and a fabulous makeover that will highlight their best features. Plus, if you're impressed and you SMS in, you could also win 5,000 shillings and join our winning single on a romantic dinner date at one of Nairobi's top restaurants. Remember, only after all 6 lucky singles have had their 60 seconds will the lines then be open for you to SMS in. Open your heart to love, and you could find your happily ever after. This is Love in 60 Seconds, where real people get a chance at real love. Out of our 6 lucky singles, only the one who receives the most number of SMSs will get to walk home with 5,000 shillings, a fabulous makeover, and a dream date with you. Here comes single number 1 now. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you nervous?
No,
Any jitters?
I don't think.
Okay, the good news is that all of this is going to be over in 60 seconds. It's very simple. Just start with your name, describe yourself, what your hopes are, your dreams, your achievements, past and present, and also the type of partner you're looking for, their qualities, their background, their level of education. You get the drill.
Yeah.
Your 60 seconds begin now.
Thank you. My name's Elvis Otieno. I'm almost 24 years old. I'm a ground flight safety officer by profession. I'm yet to get my first job. I would like to be hooked up with a woman who would understand me, who would want to know my parents in the first time we meet, and a woman who would know when I'm down, when I'm not feeling okay, and cheer me up anytime I'm down. My hobby is basketball. I'm a pointer. I play point 1. I train table tennis, and that's it. Thank you.
About yourself, what about your family? What about your hopes and dreams for the future? Is flight safety something you really just want to get into?
Exactly. I've always loved seeing the aircraft fly, and it's a profession I would like to achieve up to a very longer time.
Your 60 seconds are over. For a chance at 5,000 bob and the opportunity to mingle with single number 1, simply SMS S1 to 5505 at the end of the show. Shortly, I'll be speaking to Wambui Thimba, an image consultant. Hi, Wambui, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come and sit with me here.
Thank you for having me.
I want to know about our first 2 singles. Nothing too in-depth, just an overall general outlook. Your first impression.
Tester number 1, I noticed the shiny shoes.
Okay.
As for what he was wearing, very casual. I didn't like the saggy jeans.
Yes.
Single number 2, well coordinated. I liked the scarf that was matching with his jacket. That looked really good.
What about their delivery? When you heard them speak, when you heard them talk about themselves and the kind of partner they're looking for, what came to mind?
Okay, with single number 1, I think he should have been he should have said more about himself, you know. Though he was very specific about what he was looking for in a woman, but he should also be specific about himself.
Because people are watching. I mean, you can't really SMS in to meet with somebody who's more or less a total stranger. You need to know a little bit more about the person. And our second single?
Second thing, I think, was very nervous.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't able to say exactly what he felt on the inside. I think he's really genuine.
And he's very precise.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the kind of person who's going to take you for, you know, a long ride. But I noticed that his shoes weren't polished. And honestly, for me, if you're coming to meet me, if you're coming to present yourself, bring out your best.
I agree with you.
Do you really think the 2 of them brought out their best?
I don't think so. I mean, you mentioned the shoes. He was looking good from the top until you got down to the shoes, you know. And then single number 1, from the bottom up, he started looking good. And then as you move up,
It got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
Do you think it's an age thing? Do you think because they're young?
I would think it's an age thing. I would think so. That would explain why single number 1 had smart trousers, but they were sagging, you know. Or why single number 2 didn't polish his shoes.
What would you tell a guy right now who's watching, 23, 24, who's single? What mistakes can he learn from?
One thing I can tell guys around that age is attention to detail. You know, girls look for that. The clothes are well-fitting.
Ironed?
Ironed, yes.
Shoes are polished?
Shoes are polished, you know. Nails, long nails, no, that's a no-no.
There's a lot of guys think they have to have accessories. And of course, when you're young, you really can't afford quality accessories. You can't afford expensive jewelry, for example, or a fancy watch. So how would you help them work around that?
I think most guys think that they should fake it till they make it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's not the way to go.
No, because it just looks fake, you know. Considering your age, you're probably in school, so you have this watch with all this bling, it's a bit obvious it's fake, so less is more.
Less is more.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate your time right now. We'll be analyzing the remaining 4 singles, but for now, I know that nothing more is ringing in the mind of single number 3 than 5,000 shillings and the opportunity to go on an amazing candlelit dinner with you right now. So let me let them on. Single number 3. Hi.
Hi.
Nervous?
No.
No? But you're so soft. Come on, breathe in. One more. You ready?
Yeah.
Start with your name. Give as much detail as possible. Describe yourself as much as you want, your achievements, your goals, what you've done in the past, what you hope to do in the future, what you believe, the things you don't like as well. Don't be afraid to say those things. And now, most importantly, the type of partner you're looking for. The type of person you think you'd be proud to have walking by your side. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Your 60 seconds, with more sound, with more volume, begin now.
My name is Diana Wandi for that matter. I'm 22 years old, and I would like a guy who is so caring and who is there to make me his queen. And I would like you to be someone who is financially stable and he's responsible. I'm an accountant by professional, and I do sing as well. 16 seconds. I was not ready, Paula. Sorry. Let me start again, please.
Don't be nervous, Diana. What you said is fabulous. Just add more things. Tell me more about yourself. What do you mean by responsible? Someone who can take care of you, take care of themselves. And you're an accountant? I thought you were a model.
I'm a model too. A model with versatile. Yeah. So yeah.
Don't worry. You're...
On Love in 60 Seconds. Out of our 6 lucky singles, Angela Nancy received the most number of SMSs and came out tops. Angela Nancy then hooked up with image consultant Wamboy Thimba, who offered expert advice during her fabulous makeover. Angela and Wamboy stopped by Cache by Angie to pick out an outfit for the dinner date, before they hit Beauty Works for Angela's hair, makeup and nail treatment. Looking her best, she then stepped out in style with Dennis, carefully selected for her for a romantic dinner date at one of Nairobi's top restaurants.